Hello, Victor here, restoring Mercedes.com. It's about 8 p.m. right now, and here I have 2001 SL500. Pretty nice looking car, and you know, the usual problem with this car is the convertible top cylinders. That's what I'm doing right now. I decided to start with the front ones because I have time this night, and these jobs can be broken apart into 3 sections, so therefore I'm going to do the front section, so this is done and off the list. Now these cylinders, they were replaced at some point of time, because if you look closely here, the production date is 31st week of 2011, 31/11. Yes, these are replacement. Usually these cylinders have shelf life of 10 years, so therefore it is advisable to do them regardless, so we don't have to deal with them again. Say again, I can show you the date code, 31/11. Now, and you can also tell by the actual bolts. As you can see, there are scratches on the heads here, so somebody definitely removed them. These seem to be new clips versus the originals. Originals look more like copper color, and these look more like silver color. So that's the thing. Same story happens with this cylinder. Date code is on the other side, but the same exact thing. In any event, I'm going to replace seals on these anyhow, regardless. So, and I put my date code on top here when it was done, and these will be they will be scratched off the list. So they're done. Because it doesn't seem like these are repaired, resealed, rebuilt, whatever. These seem to be brand new, right? So by dealers, cylinders have shelf life of 10 years. So this cylinder is 12 years old, all right? So 2023. That's today's August 2023. So it was made 31st week. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 3rd or 4th month. March, April, something like that, right? March, April of 2011. So yeah, about 23 years old. Jesus Christ, 12 years old. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Starting with these, then maybe I'll do this one right here if I have time left for tonight, and then move on to the rest, because the major leak is from the main cylinder on the passenger side. It appears it's all wet down in there, and the roof is not operating anymore because all the whole fluid leaked out, all of it, and no operation anymore. But again, you know, you do one cylinder, you do them all, so you know that they were done at the same time. Everything is resealed, seals replaced, and like you're not going to be in a situation like this, like these are replaced at some point and the other ones are replaced at some point. No, you just do them all and forget about them, so they're good to go. It appears that sun visors were also replaced. Seems pretty clean. Mirrors, holders, dome light assembly to be dealt with. But anyway, cylinders, these are the ones that I'm working on right now. All right, well, I'll keep you posted on the progress. Okay, so this cylinder is removed, right? And let's take a look at the condition on the seal. This is the very same cylinder with the date code of 2011, and the seal is about to go bad, because if you look closely, it's already split. All right, I haven't removed it yet, I haven't replaced it yet. This is what it looks like. So even though the cylinder might look fresh, more or less 10 years old, but this is the condition on the seal, and obviously it is a very good thing that all of the cylinders are going to be resealed at once. Not just like, well, you know, this one looks fresher, it looks cleaner, so let's leave it. Yeah, okay, fine, so I'll leave this one, and the other ones are resealed, and these are the next ones to fail. So that's why you just want to do them like in one shot. All right, so that's one of them. Off I go to reseal it and to the next one. All right, so just put the cylinders in there. I didn't put the cover on yet, you know, that the trim piece that goes on top of the cylinders. and just put on the sensor so I can use the roof. I can operate the roof. Next, I'm going to replace seals in this one. This one seems to be the worst. Try to catch it on camera here. If you look closely there, right in that area, now that is hydraulic fluid. So obviously this fluid was leaking all over this area, and then it would drip down there. The main also seems to be kind of wet, but that might be the fluid that came from this cylinder down. It was just basically pushing out from the cylinder and getting onto the main. That is a possibility, but I'm not doing the mains tonight, no way. I'm just going to remove this one, replace the seal in this one, and that would be all for today. It's late already, and I'm tired. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so I just wanted to show you that. So I already took the clips out. Now I'm gonna do these 3 bolts, remove the piston, and then remove the whole lock, and then remove the cylinder from the lock, replace the seal, put it back in, put it back together. And I probably will try to operate the roof after I do this one, right? Just let's see what is the next worst one, because there is no fluid. I'm gonna add the fluid in, and maybe I'll try to operate the roof and see if the roof operates. Alright, so moving along. Alright, so it's past midnight by now, and now it's definitely going to be the last part of this video, because I have to finish somewhere for today. I'm not a robot. I can't work endlessly. Now, these cylinders, like I said, are already sealed. So I put a date code, 8/2023, new O-ring. Same on this one. Same on this one. Now, these were not leaking. So what I did is I just replaced them first, and then I found the leak on the tonneau cover lock. Alright, so I replaced the seal in that one. Operated the roof after that. Then the little one started leaking. Well, you know what? Let's just do it in other order. Let me just first operate the roof to show the operation, and then we're going to look at cylinders. Let's just close it first. Then we're gonna go into the little details. I'm gonna have to still put that cover back on. Locked. Tonneau cover. Rear section. Alright, so roof operation is proper. So let's just look at this other thing. And I wanted to talk about the cylinders themselves. Okay, now. Okay. Stop yelling at me, gee. Alright, so now. This cylinder was leaking badly. Alright, fine. So I replaced the seal in this one. Then right after that, that cylinder started leaking badly. Replaced the seal inside that one. Then once that's done, cycled the roof. That cylinder started to leak very badly. So I replaced the seal in that one. And that's all for me for today, because I can't deal with all the others, because there's more work to do. And this one is leaking. This is the next candidate right there. As you can see, fluid all over it. Right there. So that is going to be the next one to blow. But again, I'm changing all the seals. You know, all the cylinder seals. That's not a debate. It's just like, it's a fact. I mean, I'm doing that. This one is still holding on, and the main on the driver's side is still holding on. So that's why I'm cycling the roof right now, so at least I don't have to do it manually. Now these two, this one seems to be dry, and this one right here, more or less, it is more or less dry, but I also already see a little bit of moisture on it. So that is to be, well, you know, that's the next job. That's the next day. The struts on the trunk lid here, so those are weak. I mean, they're bad. So I'm gonna have to put my body to it to hold it. The cover for the spare wheel, the actual clips that's supposed to hold the cover so it doesn't come out from its righteous place, they're missing, so this cover is moving. But I still need to get in this area because I have to refill the reservoir, the pump. The pump was overfilled, but I lost a lot of fluid. As you can see, it's super low now. I have to refill it again because lots of fluid was missing. It was pretty much empty when I got here. Then when I refilled it, I overfilled it. But then again, all these leaks from other areas drained all the fluid out. Plus cylinders were empty, so they had to prime. So all that fluid, whatever was in the reservoir, went into the system. So therefore the level is low. So that is that. But at least the roof is operational. And you know, these are the seals basically. This is how they look. Let's take a look at the seals real quick. So these are the fronts. One of them was better than the other. This one looks actually pretty good, but nonetheless, because one piston was from 2011, the other one was 2013 production date at least. That's 2013 seal. This is 2011 production cylinder seal. As you can see, this one is about to go. The cracks are visible. So this was just about to. Alright, so now this is the small little one, the bow. This one is a gunner, absolutely gone. This was leaking bad. Alright, so that's the third one I replaced. Then this one was the seal that was on a tonneau. Wait a second, is this the tonneau cover lock? I think this is the tonneau cover lock. And this is the bow extension. So this is the tonneau cover lock. So as you can see, clear damages here. So this seal was bad. And the main cylinder seal, this was destroyed. Oh my god, this thing is just, it's a gunner. This is the main one, right? That's the main. So anyway, this job is not finished. So I only did 5. There are 6 more to go. I also used some thread lock, obviously, because you don't want these the locks and pistons, you know, the cylinders ends to come undone. So obviously use a little bit of a thread lock, a little bit of silicone here. That helps me to put seals inside so I don't damage them. And that would be pretty much all, because I still have to finish for the day. I have to get the cover back on. It's the bag of the seals that I have, you know, a bunch of different seals. I have to refill the system a little more because it's very low now. And these things came undone. They were just laying there. These are little cushings for the roof, like right in. Usually they're around here somewhere. Well, around this vicinities, right? So for the soft top, when it closes, it doesn't scratch. But they're long gone. There's a bunch of dirt in that area, the drain area, so that is all to be cleaned. Yes, it leaked out. As you can see, this is the hydraulic, but not that much, which is good because I was working on it at the right time. So it burst, but you know, the whole system burst, but not as bad as it was. This is the date code for the main. I put the date code on the bow extension. That washed away, unfortunately, but there is another date code on it right on top, right there. I wrote it down in 2 areas. One there, and I was gonna do a big one, and I did, but it washed away because I had to use some chemicals to clean up some hydraulic from the main, and unfortunately I just kind of sprayed over it, and then it just basically washed away a little bit. But you know, it doesn't matter. Once you see one date code, then you already know. And this one right there, the date code is right on the cylinder itself, right over there. Let me try to zoom on it. So yeah, I wrote it right on the piston. So it is visible. 8/2023, August of 2023. So I think I will be done for today, except that I'm going to open the roof and I put the covering over here. Magnetic sensor is still attached, so I can operate the roof, but the magnetic sensor is important. If I disconnect it, the roof will not operate. And that's probably going to be all for today. Now, the reason I actually do work at night is today is Saturday, and you know, it's my day off actually. Me and my wife went to watch a movie and this and that, and then she went to do her things at the you know, at the end of the day, in the evening, and it was extremely humid today during the day. So I was like, you know what, let me just come out there. When the humidity went down, the sun went down, and the temperatures are about 78 degrees. So it makes sense to do it now. And zero wind, as you can tell. There's absolutely no wind. Well, now the wind is starting to pick up, but very low wind. So that is the reason I have to pick and choose my battles and my dates and time when I do anything, because everything's done on the outside, you know, in the outdoors, and the weather is the factor. All right, so basically we're going to be done with this for tonight, and other pistons, the rears to be done, the other side, those two, that's going to be a little bit more problematic because the bow extension cylinder has a micro switch attached to it, so you cannot break that. This one does not have a switch to it. The other side does, so that I have to deal with. Soft top, well, listen, it doesn't matter at this point. I mean, I'm just doing the roof cylinders, and that is the goal, and that is, there are no other jobs that I have to do while doing the soft top cylinders. It doesn't matter. So all the other jobs, that is different story, all the other issues. So right now we're concentrating just on the, oh, look at that guy, buddy. Raccoons are out, so that means I'm working way too late. Yeah, right. If raccoons are out, that means it's very late. All right, so anyway, so we're good to go for now, and this is Victor at RestoreMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.